Good morning. Happy Wednesday. Today is mid October. We're getting into fall. And I wanted to go over some really fun and exciting stuff with you this morning. So, today we're going to go over how to build a comparative market analysis. What is that? That is an analysis of all the homes in a particular area that have sold, are currently in escrow, have canceled, have are currently listed within a specific time period, so that you can, as the real estate professional, give your client a very, very good analysis of what their sales price should be. Um, these are not appraisals. I know we get those words kind of mixed up sometimes, and it's very important to keep your terminology very clean. So when you're preparing this comparative market analysis, we also call it comps. I'm sure you've heard that word before. Keep it very simple. If you want to give it a short name, just call it your comps report. But never, never, never say that you're giving anyone an appraisal. An appraisal can only be given by an appraiser, and there's specific training and certifications that go into what an appraiser does to give him the ability to do so. But I wanted to really encourage you because the methodology that we go through in preparing the comparable market analysis report is very much similar to the how an appraiser goes about it. So the information that we provide our clients, no, it's not an appraisal, but it is very, very good at giving them a sense of what kind of price they should start listing their property at. Um, you are essentially going by what the market is telling us. We don't set prices. We would be arrogant to think we ever could. Prices are set by the market. Now, we can have influence on the price of something. We can try and steer the pricing in a certain direction, but do we really have control over it? No, not at all. Not at all. The market sets the price. So when we give an estimated selling price to our client, really all we're doing is reading the market. We're not coming up with anything. Unique or special or anything like that. We're only reading what the market is telling us, and we provide that information to our clients so that they can set their property at a price that is most likely to A, get the highest amount for their property, B, be in line with what the market is so they get a good amount of buyers looking at the property, and C, so that they aren't severely underpriced, and so that they can get a good appraisal. So here's what happens when you set the price of the property. You get offers for that price, maybe a little higher, maybe a little lower, but you're really aiming for that price. Now, if you overprice a property and you do happen to get a buyer, because, not all buyers are, looking at that information. Maybe they just love the house and they're willing to pay whatever the house is priced at. So then they go to their bank with the purchase agreement, and the bank says, okay, we're going to send our appraiser out, because banks don't want to loan a person more money than the property's worth. They don't want their buyer to overpay for the property. So they send their appraiser out. Their appraiser comes back with the appraised value. If that value is far from the selling price, let's say the selling price is here and the appraisal's here, the bank is going to limit what that buyer can buy for, the amount that the buyer can give for the property. So it's very important to have your price as accurate as possible. Read the market accurately. We don't want to lose a transaction, especially after you've been in it for, in escrow for a couple of weeks. You don't want to just lose it. It's very hard for both parties when that happens. Okay, so building a comparative market analysis. When we become licensed and we get our membership going at our local association, along with that membership, we get our MLS subscription. That is an added benefit of association membership. So we have probably gone through some training at our local association office, and we have our login for our MLS. We have everything we need to get going, right? So to start off, when you get your MLS subscription, you also get a whole bunch of tools. And the CMA, the cloud, it's called Cloud CMA, is one of those tools. And I would love for you to really take a look at all the tools that you get with your MLS subscription because they're really, really great tools. I mean, it's very high technology. It's not. It's just great. It makes you look like a superstar, and that's really what we want to do. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and share my screen, but first I'm going to log in. So bear with me. I just go to CRMLS because that is my MLS. Depending on the area and which association that you have your membership with, you will get your own particular MLS. There are, I don't know how many there are in California, but there are quite a few in California. The California Regional MLS, Multiple Listing Service, is actually the largest in California. So if you're a member of that one, that's the biggest one. At least that's what I heard. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you, and I've got my Cloud CMA up. Okay, so let's just share. Okay. I think that's it. All right. Okay, so all right, I'm sharing this screen. Okay, I think yeah, I shared the wrong screen. So let me go back. Bear with me. Okay. No. Yes, there we go. Okay, so all I did was I logged into my MLS and then I clicked on Cloud CMA. Now, what I love about all the tools that are provided to you with your MLS membership is that they all come with some tutorials. They don't just throw you in, they give you a lot of help along the way. So if you click on this CMA button, the first thing you're going to get is a list or this panel of all the CMAs that you have created in the past. So for me, I have quite a few because I've look, there's 164 results. So I've done quite a few CMAs. All right. So not only can you do a CMA, you can also do a buyer tour, a property flyer or a property report, a flyer, and then Home Beat, which is another tool that you can use in your business. Now, if I go over here, this just gives me access to all the other tools. We have Cloud Streams, which is a really good tool also. I'd like to go over that maybe next week. We have Cloud MLX, we have Cloud Attract, we have Launchpad. Those are all the different tools. And then over here, we have, if you click on the little circle, for you, it might just be like a colored circle. Until you update your profile, it won't have anything in it. So the first thing that you want to do is you want to go over here and you want to click on account settings. Okay. So in account settings, you're going to be able to put in all of your contact information and all of your company's contact information. So what you need to do is go through each tab. So we're going to start with profile. We're going to change our avatar. We're going to put in our full name, email, company logo. Please do not forget to put all that in there because this is a marketing tool. You want to be able to use it to its full benefits. And then you click on the second one for contact information. You're going to complete all of this information and then your password, your MLS credentials. You want to put in your credentials, custom pages. This is very important because you want to be able to create a custom CMA that is something that shows who you are, so you want to customize it. The uh the ability of this report has you can put up to, I don't know, probably 100 pages, but do we want a report that long? Really, all you want to do is have the report long enough to convey the information you want to convey and to give the comparable values for the property that you're analyzing. But you do want to have something in there about you. So I would highly recommend that you have your custom pages list to include your resume. And come on, take some time with it. Go ahead and on mine, I have all my other jobs that I held before becoming a real estate agent because I feel like they all go into where I'm at today. I did a lot of work with contracts. So, of course, that's going to play a part into how well I work with contracts in real estate. So, any kind of position that you held that gave you skills that will help you in your real estate career, please include it. And when you're describing what you did, make sure that you pull out those skills that are going to cross over into other industries. Um, then your client testimonials. Now, this system has the ability to import testimonials from Zillow. I think it has the ability to import them from other locations too, but I know Zillow for sure. So if you'd like, you can go to your Zillow profile and, just to back up a little bit, when you first start your career, you should absolutely create all your free accounts. You can get a free account with Zillow, a free account with Redfin, a free account with Realtor.com. If you put your information in there, then whenever your name comes up from the internet, maybe you have a listing, then it's going to match your information and give the public more information about you. So you want to have all your free accounts set up. So in your Zillow free account, you have the ability to ask people for some testimonials. So, take the time to do that. If you have somebody that's willing to write you a testimonial, go ahead and get, whatever platform that you want to import, have them write the testimonial to get you started. Anyway, you can have those imported in. You just set it up. It has like a step-by-step way to set that up. You always want to have a cover letter. You always want to introduce yourself to your client, even though you know each other. And, it's not like you're brand new, but you do want to present it in a professional and formal way because this is a formal report. You've put some time into it. It is something that is professionally done, and you want to present it that way. You want to have your marketing action plan. I don't know about the listing paperwork overview. That's just a description of what all of the listing um, disclosures are and the purpose they serve. That might be something that's important to you. But the idea is to customize it. And in order to customize it, you're going to have to read through and see what is defaults to your report, what you can add as an extra page. And then our company, you definitely want to have a page about our company because you want to use all the connectors you can to build yourself up, to build up your own business. So your connection to our company is going to be a big one. Then we have okay. So then you're going to upload, custom PDF. I'm sorry. Then this is the exciting part. If you have created some sort of flyer about yourself or some sort of infographic or pictures or anything that you want to add to your CMA, you can create it and then upload the PDF and insert it into your CMA. So you can make this thing as custom as you want. And it's so great because you could come out with this little booklet that is the comparables for the property that you're working with, but then also has a ton of marketing about you, about your company, about the area. You know, if the home that you're proposing to sell is in a historic district, you want to put some information about that. Um, yeah, the sky's the limit with this thing. All right. So now that we've updated your profile and you're ready to go, we just click on CMA again and we start with create CMA report. All right. So from here, you're simply going to follow the each page, answer all the questions. You're going to go through 4 sections: criteria, listings, customize, and then publish. You're going to publish your report. So when you put the address of the property here, let me just put in the office address just to give it something. Okay. So once it finds the property, it's going to auto-populate this other information. This is a commercial office, so that's why it didn't populate. The only thing it won't auto-populate is the photograph. It will give you a picture, but it's going to be like from a map, and it's going to have a big star where the property's at. So it doesn't look terrible, but if you can grab a picture, drive in front of the property, find a nice angle, and then take a picture of the property so that you can include it in the report. It really says to your client that you took the time to do that. And that's all positive because the more you can show them that you really care, that you're invested, that you want to market their property and get the very highest price that you possibly can, then that's going to be all positive things for you. All right. So then down here, how do we want to get our listings? So the one of the really great features of this cloud CMA is that it's going to search the MLS for comparable properties. So you can do this one of 2 ways. You can have the cloud CMA go get it. So you just click this button. You're going to say get at least however many listings you think. I would say get at least 10. And then it says only go back how many months. Now, an appraiser is can only go back 3 months. You can't use listings or sales that are over 90 days old in the appraisal. So I would say try and make your CMA as close to an appraisal as possible because remember, if we sell the home for over the appraised value, then the buyer is going to have to come in with that difference in cash. A lot of times they can't do that. So we want to really get a value that's as close to the appraisal as possible. So we're going to change this instead of 6 months, we're going to put 3, just like the appraiser would do. All right. So then you can also choose more criteria for your comparables. If you say you want only 3 bedrooms and you type in 3 to 3, it's not going to give you any other properties with any other number of bedrooms. So this helps you really drill down to properties that are as close to your subject property as possible. Here's the problem. If the property that you're proposing to sell, I'm going to go ahead and pop out of this because really the rest of this is just following instructions. So I'm going to stop sharing. Okay, now I'm just going to talk to you. Okay, so if your property that you're selling is within a community, maybe a development where, every house is like every other house, they're very similar in size, they're very similar in amenities, they all have 3 bedroom, 2 bath. There's just a lot of similarities. That's going to be fairly easy for you to come up with a comparable price or a selling price that's going to be close to the appraisal and easy for the public to accept. Um, However, and in that case, you can be very detailed. You can say, I only want 4 bedrooms. I only want 3 bath. I only want, this size. But if you're looking at selling a property that's in an older neighborhood where maybe there wasn't a development and the house next door is very different from the house next door to it, then you're going to have to be a little bit more relaxed. You can't be so specific because you're not going to get a lot of properties that are going to be comparable. So, when it comes to that part of the CMA and where you're having to use properties that are not as close, then we go into adjustments. I don't want to talk about adjustments today because that's another long subject, but just know that there is a way to get a selling price from comparables that are not exactly what your subject property characteristics are. So we'll go over that on another day. I'm going to go ahead and wrap up for today. I hope that you give it a try. The best way to learn is just to jump right in and get started. And sometimes just going through the process teaches you so much. So I'd love to see your CMAs. Please get started. And if you have any questions, you know where to find me. All right. Have a good Wednesday. We'll see you next week. Bye bye.